It's been a while, hasn't it? 2 weeks almost. Oh, no, it actually has been 2 weeks. Um,
Yep.
yeah, so, it's been a bit. Things happened, things and stuff, but we're back and we should be good to continue for the foreseeable future. In the last session, the party decided to visit a cemetery. It was all fairly pleasant, but fought some shadows and, all the bodies seem to have been gone missing, but, nothing major. And then they went to, visit a crime scene, but, yeah, there wasn't much there. No, something about a contract and, it being someone Jezebel knows, but that's not real. That's minor details. The real information. Chlora got put to sleep by Corax. That's where the real drama is right here.
I had a nap. It was a very short nap.
You're kind of forced to take one, though.
With that said, you all awaken after having a long rest. What would you guys like to do?
Cora is going to formally forgive the one who put her to sleep.
Huh?
I forgive you for putting me to sleep in the middle of the fight. You couldn't have known where it was.
Oh, right. And he's just gonna shrug and keep walking.
Yeah, he's definitely not sorry.
That was a short scene. Oh well.
What would you guys like to do now?
Jezebel?
Jezebel has her cloak back on. She looks somewhat rested, and she looks over to Gash. Goes, "Yes, dear."
You alright?
She takes a deep breath and then gives a bit of a small smile, not like her usual smiles, but it's still a smile out of the way. And she goes, "Not quite, but I will be once we figure out where my brother's body went."
Okay.
And how about you, dear? She leans close to Cicada again with a smile. She goes, "You been feeling all right? Has this birdie talked to you any?"
Birdie hasn't spoken much.
By the way, how many more days is it till the next Black Sun?
I don't know.
I know, we haven't quite sure. Lala?
Well, I've been keeping track, but we're in a space in which time is kinda weird.
Oh, that's right. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so you
So
have
I
no
wrote it
idea.
down as 2 question mark days in the Hidden Village.
This is really, yeah. Being here for this long really hasn't helped our Black Sun situation.
Nope.
So when is the Black Sun?
Charlotte, how many days have we been here?
Charlotte looks to you and just with a deadpan look shrugs. Fuck, I know.
Yeah, the clock stopped.
Do you have the clock thing?
I forgot to unwind it after going to bed one night, and that's been days ago now. So, it could be weeks now. Who knows?
Alright then. Jezebel says as she leans up with a bit of a frown on her face. You best try to keep track better. We really don't need Brady to suddenly just start walking away when we're in the middle of a ruins.
Or worse, in a fight.
You try keeping up a track of time whenever everything's so loopy here anyway.
Maybe the Archdruid knows?
I got a question. I got a question for them anyway, to be honest.
Jezebel gives a skeptical look. She goes, "If you guys want to talk to him, you go for it. Let him know. Let me know what he says."
Okay.
All right. You approach
She's
him.
gonna like wait
Yeah.
over here.
He's quietly, sewing some clothing.
Hello.
Yes, do you need something?
Just one question.
Ask
Do
away.
you know? Do you know how long we have stayed here, approximately?
Oh, maybe 3 or 4 days.
Okay. Gonna write that down.
I lose track of time because, well, there is no time in here.
Eh, that's what concerns me the most.
I'm sure once you get outside, whoever you left your horses with will be able to tell you.
Hmm.
Assuming you had horses, either way, someone should be able to tell you.
Okay.
Anything
That's
else?
it. That's everything. Thanks. Gonna
So, what do you
go
say?
explore ruins.
By the way, I have a out of character question. Is Korak still bald?
No.
Yeah, yeah. His hair is at about at about half length at this point. I would say.
Alright, well, while they're waiting for the other Jezebels, like leaning against a tree, staring at Korax quietly.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Welcome back.
Well,
Are
Corax,
we at?
you have a red tiefling staring at you.
Can I help you?
She just tilts her head, of course. She goes, "Nice to see you have your hair back."
In yeah. Probably another prank by the. I assume that was another. Honestly, I assume that was another prank by those pixies. Is Jezebel go ahead and roll insight on that?
I know, but to say in the middle of a fight. Damn.
See,
You wouldn't
well,
know.
hold on. You don't know. Seems legit. I mean, I'm just guessing.
So before we went to the graveyard, a pixie apparently pulled a prank on you.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I mean, sure, it seems like something they would do, right?
True, and if it was, that's really is quite funny, I'll admit. But the thing is how your hair grew back so quickly. Do you put something on it? Did Pixie give you something as an apology?
I thought it was an illusion.
Oh no, that was
Yeah.
very much real.
And can I roll insight?
Go
Yeah,
for it.
I'm just gonna keep that deception roll. Everyone roll insight.
Nope.
Yeah, Cicada.
Yeah,
So
no,
Cicada,
I was
Korax,
there at the scene. There were no
Korax
pixies.
is lying right now. He does know what this is, and it seems like he doesn't want to say it.
Cicada doesn't say anything.
Clora, you determine the same.
So, it's not an illusion. So you lied to me yesterday.
Oh, did you now?
Clora, I'm going to kill you.
If it's a good thing Cicada didn't say anything about this, otherwise she would be in Chlora's shoes right now.
I almost kind of assumed that light that suddenly appeared around you was the reason why. It was probably so bright that it just probably settles your hair out.
I could still see through it.
Oh
Weird.
yeah, Yeah, like Cicada in particular, like you can tell that Korax actually, like you're pretty sure Korax knows what this is, what it really is.
Hmm. What?
I look over at Cicada at her like unsure noises.
She's like very inquisitive about this. Like, what was that all about anyway? Like, very bright light, but I could still see through it. And then you went bolt.
And you don't see the obvious joke? Ha ha, ha ha. He just giving you the most deadpan, sarcastic laugh you've ever heard.
A tilt and a squint of the eyes. She doesn't get it.
Jizzle just keeps staring at you.
Clara doesn't understand what's going on. She just knows that you lied to her.
Ryu, see Charlotte? What are you doing?
Walking up to your druid.
Yes, do you need something as well?
Ah, Mr. Fluffy, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
I was hoping if you can spot a scrying orb for me once more, if it's still there.
He waves his hand, and then he looks around a bit and he says, it doesn't appear to be around at the moment.
So no one's stalking me anymore?
Well, I don't know that. All I know is that they're not around currently. Scrying only lasts a small amount of time.
Very well. I will make preparations for that in the future. Thank you.
You nods.
I think that is all. We'll be heading out to some dungeons soon. Or some rooms. One of
Yes.
the two.
Be sure to take care of any business you have before you head out. You might not get the chance once you arrive. Also,
That is
there's
foreboding.
there's a lot of tapping coming from your mic. I don't know what you're doing,
Okay.
but it's like a tap tap.
Okay.
Just letting you know. Alright, Ryu,
Oh.
what about you? What are you doing?
He's waiting. He's waiting for people to stop pestering Korax.
I think we're done.
Yeah, they're just staring at him at the moment.
And yeah, so well, for you, why don't you go ahead and roll an insight check just to see what Korax X is thinking right now?
Alright.
Clara
Yeah.
is just staring at Korak.
You practically see it in his eyes. If I pretend it's not real, perhaps it'll go away.
Who, me?
No, you suspect he was referring to just the situation in general.
That was probably a thought and not a speak.
It's
Yeah, that was
what
like a thought.
Ryu saw with his insight. Anyway, Ryu?
Hey, anyway, ladies, if this isn't important, I'd like to borrow Korax for a bit.
Hey,
Go ahead.
It's not important now, but I'll ask again later.
Thank you. Korax, I need to talk to you for a bit.
Oh, boys and their secrets. How adorable.
Thank you for getting me the hell out of that. Once they're out of earshot.
I'm just gonna move you down
Uh.
there, Charlotte. Before you do your thing, Ryu, just really quick. Charlotte, you are now the center of attention of 3 lovely ladies.
girls club.
What do you do?
Charlotte just looks confused why they're all standing here randomly. So, nice weather, I guess.
Jezebel kind of watches Korax really for a second. Still watching Korax. Then once they're out of eyesight, she looks over, looks at the hair, and then gives a big old grin. She goes, "Can I play with your ears?"
I am moving on now.
All right. Well, that was
Playing hard
fun.
to get. Oh, how cute! She follows.
No.
So while those two are doing their thing, we'll get back to Ryu now. Sorry, I just wanted to quickly see what Charlotte wanted to do.
I'd say you're welcome. But I really did need to speak with you.
About what?
I finally heard back from Alex for the first time since that huge fracture opened up, and he wanted me to tell you something from the Platinum Dragon.
Go on.
Alright. Lala, do you have the handout ready?
Yeah. So let me get it up. You're gonna have to say it out though. I'm not just going to show it, you have to say it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to leave out some parts. Arts for reasons.
Fine, there you
He
go,
says-
but you have to read it out.
Said 5 paths, 5 shards, each containing a shard of power. Combine them and he may rise 3 jewels of power out of 8. Conjuration, evocation, transmutation. Conjure a form, destroy another, transform into. Chosen of Platinum, bringer of peace, seek the sword of Rimbane, deliver to Vierna personally. Rewards will be upon completion. And that's some stuff in a couple of things in there that seem to have been spoken in code. I couldn't make it out.
And so what I'm getting from, so he wants me a sword to, so okay, so deliver a sword to, oh my god, like like
You wouldn't
DM,
happen
do I know what the sword of Rimbane is?
Roll religion.
11?
You think it's vaguely familiar, but you can't remember where exactly. Ryu, you don't know anything. This is purely Korax here.
Sounds
were
familiar.
Were you able to make sense of any of it?
The sword of Rimbane sounds familiar, although although can't remember where I heard it.
What about the two lines between conjuration, evocation, and transmutation?
Conjure. Well, out of character. Let me check something.
Again, that part looks like code.
I mean, those are the 3 schools of I mean, those I do not specialize in those schools of magic for the most part. Illusion and enchantment are what I do. So I don't know why he mentioned them around me.
Not least of all what those arts in capital letters are about.
Jezebel, just a quick reminder, be careful not to metagame. Alright, continue. Korax, for you.
And like Korax actually pulls out a piece of paper and starts writing it down, and starts writing on it. I wonder, and he's gonna start like,
Like,
either the letters are scrambled or it's okay. Assuming this is actually a code, either the letters are scrambled or it's a cipher.
My bet's on cipher because I can't for the life of me figure out what those letters could possibly rearrange into.
CET, yeah, CET does not become a word, and Korax is gonna start trying to just like write different combinations down to figure it out.
all right.
Okay, so go to a different scene. I'm gonna start trying to figure this out.
All right. So, Gorex just sits down in the grass and starts writing.
He just pulls a book and a pencil out of his pocket, and he just pulls like a small notebook and a pen and out of his pockets, and he just like starts. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, while that's happening, a rabbit is being chased, yes?
I mean, not chase. I'm trying to just kind of keep up with her and just asking her a whole bunch of random questions like, how long are your ears? Where'd you get your hat? Did you make those guns yourself?
I use creation magic, yes. Ears, natural grown. I'm not sure how long they are now.
And I really can't touch them. I just want a little touch. Little touch.
Charlotte squints as she turns and looks at you.
Giselle is just smiling innocently.
Oh, I'm sorry, I made that noise again. I'm gonna toss this away. Okay. Anyway, roll persuasion.
To be very persuasive. But let's see how my rolls are doing today. My rolls are doing really bad today.
All right, I'm gonna roll insight against that though.
Close, but not quite.
Her smile seems innocent enough. She just really wants to touch.
Fine, you can have a little small touch. That's it. That must sate your curiosity.
She gives an excited little clap, and then will reach over and basically like envelop your head, so to speak, and just starts rubbing it.
It's weird. It's nice, but weird.
Aw, you're so soft. Your fur's so smooth. How do you keep it so silky smooth?
Brush it daily.
Oh no, is Cicada getting jelly?
No, she's not jealous. She's just,
Dismal starts to like kind of like flap her ears a little bit, like, oh, you look like a little flying bunny.
It's like,
Charlotte starts walking forward now.
Jezebel is always like this. This is normal.
Can I tie these in a bow? She says, like, still kind of yanking on the ears a little bit as she walks away.
Charlotte!
No.
Will that hurt?
Charlotte,
No,
Charlotte,
no.
guys. Charlotte. You can hear snickers coming from the nearby tree. As your entire crew is laughing at you.
Charlotte glares and turns.
Well, I'm still holding up your ears.
Charlotte like whacks your hand almost now. Stop it.
I immediately let him go and I'm just grinning.
They just give one last little grin, and then they walk away. And the discussion seems to be about shipping.
God.
Docking boats and yeah, that sort of thing.
Of
Oh
course.
god, not this
Uh-huh.
again.
Uh-huh. Sure. Uh-huh.
Charlotte just makes it clears her throat and just walks over to the hut now.
Oh, she's gonna have words.
Jezebel notices and lets her go with a very entertained look, seeming a little bit more relaxed, so to speak. And she'll walk over to Cicada and then go ahead and pull her into a hug. And she goes, "Don't worry, Cicada, you're still my favorite," and starts to pet her head.
They all greet you and they say, "Hey, boss." Oh, wait, what's your title again? Amanda, was it?
Boss is fine. Charlotte crosses their arms,
That
looking
was-
mildly annoyed.
That was out of character, but
It was Commander, yes.
okay. They'd say, "Hey, Commander," then.
Oh, okay.
Wait. I have an idea. I'm gonna roll something real quick. Dang, I don't know if that's gonna work. I would say, if possible, while Jezza was playing with your ears, she took one of the piece of string that she had in her pocket and tied a little bow at the end of one of your ears.
No.
Anyway, they
That is
greet
not
you.
good enough.
Anyway,
Nine.
hey, Commander.
I'm heading into some dungeon today, I think. That's what they're calling it.
Oh, so that's what they call it now.
That's what I heard.
Well, you have fun in your dungeon, and you know, I'm very happy for you.
I shoot the floor next to the person who said that one.
Do I need to tell you who it was, or do you know
Yes.
who it was?
I got a feeling I know who it was. It's the sassy one.
Yeah, it was Ken.
Yeah, fucking Ken.
I mean, Jezebel already has a girlfriend.
He just gives a small snicker and he says, "What? You said that's what they call it nowadays."
Okay, that's it. I was told to say goodbyes, but this is it. Goodbye then.
Wait. Rosemary steps forward and then just gives you a very quick hug, and then she says, "Be safe out there."
I always try to be safe. Thank you, though.
Remember to eat properly. I didn't see you have breakfast this morning.
I was gonna eat later.
Eat before you go. Please.
Charlotte looked very defiant until that she said please, and then she just deflates and sighs.
Rosemary offers her a sandwich.
I'll take the sandwich.
It has cheese and ham on it.
Why is Rosemary better than my own mom?
She gives you a wave and then turns to look at Ken and then says, "You know, you're lucky that she shot you first, because I was about to hit you in the face." Reminds me of my first date. And that's
And
what you
then-
hear as you wander away.
And then Rosemary proceeded to punch the heck out of him.
Hey, as you pass by, like Korax is still like sort of writing stuff down. It's not a cipher at all. Each letter, it's the first word. It's the first letter of a school of magic. Each one.
Are they?
Yep.
Huh.
That's right.
What are you guys up to?
3 joules of, and then 3 joules of power out of 8. Like, he reads that part and takes off and just hard stare at Cicada.
Jezebel's currently hugging her, petting her head, and she looks over to Korak. She goes, "No, you can't have her. She's mine already." But if you ask politely, I might share.
I think we both know that's a lie.
She just grins.
Alrighty.
What do you do now?
I guess we head out.
So you're done, Corax?
Yep.
Not going to tell the others? It's up to you. I'm just making sure you're done.
Well, here.
I'm done for now. We can revisit this at another time. It is not our immediate goal.
Alrighty.
Oh. Anything you guys want to share with the class?
And new orders from the boss, more or less. But I can wait until we're done here, I think.
Alright. So, you meet back up outside of the kitsune, outside of the, outside of Fluffy's place. And once more, a druid is brought out and they give a bow and say, "I will escort you to the ruins then."
Okay.
Last chance. You all set, you all prepared, you've recovered your stuff, you've got your spell slots.
I'm pretty much good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then with that, you all head and descend into the woods. The calm and quaint atmosphere fades away. The dark forest above you drapes you all in deep shadows as you hear the crunching and crackling of the underbrush underneath you. With some quiet steps, you make your way deeper and deeper into the forest, passing through trees that seem to close up behind you, until finally you find yourself near a small hill with a door. The door is carved with a deep red eye surrounded by black tendrils. Well, deep purple tendrils, I should say. The druid gives you a bow and then says, "Welcome to the ever-changing temple."
This place looks creepier than I expected.
Well, the door is right there. I shall wait for you all out here.
Are you gonna be alright out here on your own?
Of course. She turns into an owl and then flies up into one of the trees.
Yeah, druids. They can do that.
Mm.
Well, I guess that means she'll be fine then.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and look at what's on the. You said the symbol on the door.
Yeah, it's a big eye surrounded by purple and black tendrils. You can roll history if you would like.
Yeah.
I too will be rolling history. Well,
Alright then.
Nice.
Alright. Corax. You've read about this symbol before. It was the symbol used by an old cult. A cult dedicated to the Great Old Ones, who watch over the world and sleep eternally. Should they ever wake, they will destroy everything.
There's some symbol of this ancient apocalypse cult. Don't remember what it was called.
It was just called the cult of the Great Old Ones.
The cult of the Great Old Ones.
You rolled a natural 20, so you get all the info, basically. You can ask any questions you want about it.
Remember, my little sister is obsessed with cults, else I didn't have a choice about learning about this.
Well, then I guess we have a good idea of just how dangerous this place is going to be.
Yes. Like, pulls out sword and gun, and kick, and makes to kick the door open. Jezebel, could you check it for traps?
Of course. Besides, as soon as you said cult, I knew right away there was probably going to be traps.
Alright, roll investigation.
Alright, let's see how I do, because I've been rolling kind of crappy tonight. So, let's see, maybe...
So,
That's not gonna matter.
the trap... The door is trapped in some way, but not in the typical sense. You can tell that this trap isn't really so much a trap as a mechanism that is triggered when the door is open.
She basically relays information and then looks around. She goes, so either this, once it opens, something activates inside, which means something might wake up, or this whole place is linked together, so that means that multiple doors could open.
Oh, does it mean like the inside lights will turn on when you open the door?
That's an idea, yes, actually. But also, if there's something being kept down there still, technically, that can also open the door to whatever it is kept down there and release it.
Did call it.
If we want to get in there, then we're going to have to open the door somehow. Stands back. Flora, please open the door.
They did call it the ever-changing dungeon. Ruins. Sorry.
Ah, you are onto something, dear Cicada.
It's a mechanism. DM, can I roll an investigation to see if I can recognize the mechanism?
You may.
We're going to need to figure out a way to make a path towards the door, or so we don't lose our way if the dungeon lives up to its name.
Yes, but keep in mind, dear, depending on how we try to find a way back, with the fact that it does change, ever-changing, means that our markers could easily be lost. We'll have to be smart about this.
Alright.
It's exactly the hard part.
Alright. Charlotte, you're able to tell that this mechanism is indeed not a trap. It triggers some sort of change deeper in the dungeon.
Looks like a change that triggers occurs deep in the dungeon.
You said you wanted this door open?
Yes, and the rest of us stand back.
So,
Flora continues to be in her head.
you gently push on the door, Flora, and you find that it opens easily despite being made of hard stone. As the door begins to creak open even without your push, you all feel the ground underneath you violently rumble and shake, almost causing the owl in the tree to fall off its perch, as you feel a deep and loud grinding sound, as if stone is grinding against stone. Slowly but surely, In front of you, there is another door that is closed and does have the same symbol. And as the rambling comes to a stop with a sudden lurch, those set of doors then open, revealing stairs down.
Out of character, we're in a roguelike, aren't we?
Clara pushes the first door open the rest of the way and enters the area.
Korax slowly follows him, gun and sword out and at the ready.
Ryu gets out his sword and casts light on the blade.
Stairs?
As we go down the stairs, I'm gonna whisper you something.
Okay.
Where?
You can actually do it in Roll20 chat. You just type in /W space GM and then the message.
No, I'm not doing the message. I'm doing an
Here.
ability.
I'm
Oh.
just waiting on Neku.
There it is. Okay. I'm doing that on the stairs.
What property are you giving it?
I'll message you that.
Okay. Light and... Alright.
That is all.
Mm.
There's no reason I'm doing this, but I just like to do it.
So, as you all are descending the stairs, you see Charlotte mutter something. And then the stairs begin to glow with some light. And as you all step down the stairs, every time you step down a step, you hear a beep sound. Beep. Another step. Beep. Another step.
That's going to get old real fast.
Is the pitch of each step different?
I don't know. No, it wouldn't be because you can only
No.
apply one.
Okay. If it was, Clara would probably try to figure out how to play a tune with it. But it's monotone.
I am standing in darkness. Can I not see anything?
Not yet. No, I was waiting to see what CeeLo was doing, what Charlotte was doing. So
I am.
Well, whatever it is, we're not in darkness. Like again, my blade is ablaze and it gives off a bright light, at 40 feet and dim light for another 40 feet, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I am leaving a trail. That's what I'm doing.
So, as you all descend the steps, you make your way through some small but quaint rooms. Neku, your mic is making a lot of noise. Thank you. Sorry. Where was I again? Alright. You descend the stairs and find yourself stopping. Everything is made out of stone here, naturally. And the openings, carved doors, and entrances, you can see small side rooms. Each one appears to have some sort of something or other. One room to the left has a small kitchen with a bunch of herbs and herb stuffs. To the right is a rather disheveled and broken room with what was probably once a couple beds. And you soon come your way towards a main circular area where you see a large tub of some green bubbling fluid and a wrinkled old woman quietly stirring it.
Oh no. Not again. No.
So, who wants to say hi first?
Hello, who might you be?
Before that happens, I'm gonna make my Eldritch Cannon real quick.
Okay. So, oh, hello, dearie. Are you hungry?
Real quickly, Jezebel glances over to Charlotte and says, "Let's try not to pull out the guns as of yet." Hmm.
Preemptively so.
Oh,
Clara's like, what kind of food are you talking about?
oh, it's a lovely dish. It rots the skin right off your bones.
No thanks.
Oh, but I insist. It is quite delicious. She takes out a giant spoon from the dish and points it towards you all. I assure you, my cooking skills are unsurpassed.
I'd like to keep my skin and fur.
Oh, but I think you would look so much better without them. You can join my collection on the wall. And she motions to the wall, which is covered in bones and skulls.
Brings out gun again.
Very well, dearies. I'll have to make you eat your supper myself.
Already had breakfast.
Disobedient kids. If you aren't going to eat my food politely, I'll just have to make you eat it by force.
Please, no.
Yeah.
Agreed. Now you can take out the guns.
So yeah, roll initiative. The hag is insistent that you eat her food.
Yeah. No, I'm not interested in being a cannibal. No, sirree.
Oh, I like this song.
Yeah, I had a bit of time, so I edited the playlist and added a couple more songs. It was a little while back, though. Okay.
Oh, I chose Force Bliss. I should say that. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's everyone. Venice Hag. Ascending. Jezebel, you are first.
Alrighty. So we're doing this. Alright. Is it just like an open room? Can I not hide or stealth behind anything?
There is nothing to hide behind. You have walked into a very open room.
Well, the only room. Okay, well, let's see.
There is a couple of
mean,
rooms back, but
I mean, if you could get to the edge of this pot, you'd have then like in crouch low there, you could probably sort of hide behind it.
I don't want to get anywhere near that pot. I don't know where that pot's been. I don't know what's in the pot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone has standards apparently.
Oh, you want to get to the pot? I'll throw you over there.
what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and take a shot with my crossbow.
Roll it.
Hey, we're doing this. Oof. See, my rolls are not good today. I have a bad feeling about today.
By the way, one thing rogues can do as of Tasha's is they can take the aim action.
I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna use it. Sorry. Jezebel. Roll the light crossbow 5 times. That'll reset your rolls. Tends to help when you get bad luck because then you get all of the rolls. It helps. Just roll 5 times.
Alright, let's see.
Alright, there you go.
Like all those 20s you rolled.
Your luck should be all reset now.
All right. Well, since I missed that as a bonus action for my next one, I'm going to give myself that. Oh wait, no, my bad. I didn't read that correctly. Never mind. Dang it.
Yeah.
Should have done that before. Oh well.
Yeah.
Next time I'll use it. That was my mistake. All right. How much I can really do for that?
Neku, you said you are making the cannon, yes?
Yep.
Where are you placing
It is the tiny cannon. I am keeping it on my hand.
Gotcha. Alright. Go ahead.
Alrighty. And as my action, I am going to do a sing around fire. So, fireball.
Pew pew.
Damn.
Unfortunately, you miss. It impacts the wood, and a small bit of fire appears before the hag puts it out.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to fire Divorce Ballista.
Okay, go for it.
14.
That also misses.
Wow, okay. I'm gonna move this way. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. So, that means it's Korak's turn.
Right, and I'm gonna turn back. I'm gonna turn back and say to Cicada, Ada, try to pull her into the pot, and I'm going to run up, dash up the stairs, and cast Sanctuary on myself.
You know that was going to be my plan, dang it.
Because it's exactly what I would have done.
Ah.
I mean, it's a good plan.
Alrighty. That's your bonus action. You still have your action?
No, I use my action to dash up.
Ah. Okay. So, as you cast the spell, by the way, you all start to hear a high-pitched shrieking sound. And for a moment you think it's coming from the room or the pot of liquid. But, Corax, you realize it's coming from where you cast the spell. Basically, right where you're standing, there is a high-pitched shriek for a moment before it fades away. And now it's Chlora's turn.
So Chlora's like, well, actually, out of character, I was going to ask information. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know if Chlora would know that, so she's going to try it anyway.
Okay.
I honestly don't know if that'll work on a hack.
Alright.
Because they might not be humanoid. DC is 15.
They are Fae.
Alas, it does not work.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yep.
For you.
Okay, he is going to. I'm going to move up here, and I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and place it right here, so that she's right between it and Corax.
Alrighty.
And since that says here that Spiritual Weapon is actually a bonus action, so
Yeah, as is attack, and you can also attack with it in the same bonus action.
ooh,
Yeah, like you can open right up with an attack.
will that use up my other act? Will that use up my action though?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, just bonus.
You can just do it.
All right, then I'm doing it.
Sorry, that's a miss too.
He's flanking, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, okay. So that is a crit
I
then.
placed. Yeah, I placed it there. I
I
placed
got
there
it. I got
specifically
it. I got it. I'm sorry.
to-
So -9 and -7. Okay.
Well, that was although the crit's a happy accident, I gotta admit. Anyway, next, since I still have my action, I'm going to use Firebolt.
Okay. Firebolt is a cantrip, so that's fine. Alright, you deal another 10 damage.
26, not bad.
Cicada.
Yay, I'm going to take Korax's suggestion here. Firstly, I'm going to cast Hex on the hag,
Get it.
so that I can give her disadvantage on strength checks, specifically.
Get it.
And then I'm going to use my telekinetic mage hand to tug her towards me by 5 feet.
I don't think Mage Hand can pull something that's...
It's telekinetic.
Yeah, but the Annis Hag
Telekinetic
is
feat.
like 200 pounds.
No, it specifically says as a bonus action.
Ah,
you can
I
try-
see. I see.
Yeah.
So it's a saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, a strength save. DC 15, I believe.
Failure.
Alright.
You subbed into the pot.
Okay. In that case, the hag takes 10 acid damage. 1d10. Alright, they take 5 acid damage.
Okay, that's my turn.
Does she take additional damage from the hex?
Well, no,
From the
because
hex?
Cicada didn't attack.
No,
Okay.
it's from me attacking specifically.
Alright, it is now the hag's turn. And the hag is going to pull herself back up. Because it's only like 5 feet away. She can just reach up and pull herself up, you know? And then she's going to glare at you and pour and tip over the large tub.
Oh god.
That's why I didn't want to hide next to it.
Okay, yeah, good call.
And, yeah. The water comes flowing this way. You guys managed to step back enough that it doesn't hit you. But, it does block you off from getting closer.
Oh, great.
You can step through it, but it will cause you to take 1d10 acid damage.
Hell.
Vienna's hag will then attempt to attack. Would you say tipping that over would be an action or a bonus action, Corax?
It's up to you.
It's as heavy as it, if it's as heavy as it looks.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the hag is big and strong.
Yeah, I mean, she does have a +5 to strength. I'll say bonus action. I'll say bonus.
Okay.
So
Well, if she wants
she's
to
going.
attack
I
me,
know.
then she
I
has to pass
know.
over
I
some good.
know. I'm getting to that. She is
Yeah.
going to attack you, so she will have to make a wisdom save. So she can't attack you when she has to attack someone else, right?
Well, let's see.
Or lose the attack.
Yeah. Let's see. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack.
Okay. And she will attempt to attack the spiritual weapon, which I don't believe you can attack the spiritual weapon, so the attack just goes through, I think.
Yeah.
All
Jezebel.
right then. Well, not stepping through all that. See, yeah, that is exactly why I was afraid they were going to do it. That's why I did not want to hide over near that tub.
That's fair.
Okie dokie. I can step just a little bit more closer without stepping into the acid. I'm just gonna fire again. Well, can I do anything? Not quite.
Don't
Alright,
forget
so
your steady aim.
yes, now I'm gonna use the steady aim.
You just
I thought you
moved.
moved.
Oh, I did.
You don't. Well, if you don't move, like you're still well within range for a crossbow bolt.
Alright, fine. I'll stay there then. I just want to make sure I wasn't close range, but I'm still close even if I step back or remain there. So, alright.
Roll your attack.
Better.
Okay.
Good damage,
Advantage.
too.
Sneak attack.
I told you, rolling 5 times typically helps reset your luck.
Yeah.
Yay.
Although,
All right, Charlotte.
You are muted.
Sorry, that's a miss. And that's a miss as well too. Sorry.
Alright, that's my turn.
Sorry. Thorax.
all right. Is there room for me to step around her?
No.
Okay. In that case, I will. I will. And I will cast Divine Favor on myself. And then I pull up out Harlequin and attack.
Okay.
Once. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
And twice. Does a 15 hit?
It's a 21. You have flanking. But yes, that
no-
hits.
With the spiritual weapon? Okay.
Yeah, a spiritual weapon. Otherwise, how would it get flanking for its advantage?
Okay, fair. In that case, I will. Since I didn't hit the first time, I'm going to lay a divine smite on her.
All right.
First level. Ignore the 6.
Okay, so that's 3. Harlequin is magic, so that's 11 magic piercing, 7 cold, which is okay, and
11 radiant.
you all watch as the radiant energy sears the flesh of the hag, and she topples into her own acid and melts away.
Ooh.
Combat is now over.
As she's melting away, Ryu will look down the pot and say, "Hey, a word of advice. Next time you have guests, taste test your food first."
What a world.
I just burned out half my spell slots. That's in a single attack.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
this should be interesting. If this is the preview of what we're going to come into, then the rest should be fun times.
Yeah. By the way, that screech we know each said happened when I cast Sanctuary. Has anything come of that?
no, it was just a screech.
Hmm.
Is that
Pretty
acid
sure.
gonna go? Is that acid gonna go away anytime soon?
Nope, it's just there.
Is it still burning the floor?
Is this thing? Is it mobile? Like, can it be moved, or is it like built into the floor?
It can be moved, but it is wood.
It looks like a bridge. So I'm gonna just and just move it so it provides a bridge over the acid.
You're gonna need a strength check for that. It's very heavy.
Well, my strength is a flat 0, so let's see how this goes.
Oh, real quickly though, where's the
Nope.
nearest? Where's the nearest entrance or another way to get to like continue on?
There was only the one entrance.
You guys
And
are
then-
stuck here.
But you can always investigate the room.
Okay,
Actually-
well,
Actually, what's the floor made out of?
Stone.
Is it loose stone or is it like one big thing?
One big flat slab Almost
Okay, so, like,
unnaturally so.
Okay, so digging up the ground and like disturbing and like tossing dirt over the acid isn't possible then.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
What is it?
My frostbane, basically. I thought maybe putting like a, I don't know, stabbing the floor and trying to see if it'll freeze some of the acid, or at least freeze over to where we can like just hop over. But I'm not sure I can do that.
I mean,
You can
out of
try.
character, what's your strength? What's your strength score again, Jezebel?
Jezebel, would you like to try?
Yes, sure, why not? It's an idea.
Alright, roll me just a general attack.
Sure.
And only too cold. So you do manage to freeze a small bit, but it's going to take some time to freeze enough of the acid away that you can make a path. And
It's
yeah,
more so I'm just trying to make like a little like stepping stone. Is that you get the idea? Like a little stepping stone where we can just like use it as a way to like leap between and then over or out of the acid.
Would it help if I added Harlequin to the mix?
it would help.
I will add
And
Harlequin then.
I'll say it takes you about 30 minutes, but you do manage to make 2 stepping stones to get across.
Yeah, well, sorry it took a little bit, but better than nothing. Let's hop to it.
The acid is still eating away at the stone, by the way.
Quickly! Jezebel says that she just hops over.
Now, what did Ryu find in here?
Ryu, would you roll an investigation?
Alright.
Alright. Would everyone also roll me a perception check, please?
Sure thing.
Okay. Everyone who rolled 15 or above, you see something glowing in the acid where the old hag was. Something lightly blue.
Cicada, could you get that? Without touching the acid?
I see it. Okay. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to grab it.
You pull it out of the acid, and you find that despite the acid dripping off it, it doesn't appear to be melting away at it at all. As you bring it close, you can feel the strong ebb of power from it, and it appears to be a small blue circular crescent-shaped shard.
May I use Detect Magic on it?
Oh, it's very magical.
What kind of magic?
Transmutation.
Hey, Charlotte, could you, Charlotte, you can identify that, right?
As for Ryu, you find a set of armor. And let me just remove the description. This is what it looks like. It looks like some sort of chitinous armor that goes over your basic clothing. And Wedward, if you know what this is, shush. Shush. Shush.
I
Looks like she's been hoarding the spoils from her past victims.
Do
He is
you,
just staring at the sword.
do you take the armor?
Sure.
Okay. You now have a set of mysterious armor that you totally don't know the name of. To identify later. And you also have the shard, the crescent-shaped shard. That's transmutation magic.
It's a shard or an orb?
It's a crescent-shaped shard.
Crescent-shaped shard. Okay.
Yeah.
Think-
I have an idea what the shard might be, but I don't want to assume anything just yet.
What do you guys do now?
Can I?
Clara's
roll?
going to. Oh,
What were you saying, Charlotte?
Can I roll Arcana to determine what kind of item it is?
Don't you have identify?
Why would I have identify? I don't have an orb or a crystal ball.
I'm the one who has identify.
I see. Yeah, you can roll Arcana on the orb, but do remember you have to circle around to get to where Cicada is. As it stands,
Yeah.
roll your Arcana for me.
Clara is going to, like, do a quick step outside the doorway and take a look around. See if
Okay.
anything's changed.
Okay, well, Charlotte, as you examine the orb, you can see that it has been almost too cleanly cut. Like, there's signs that it was cut and that this is definitely part of something bigger. And it has very strong magic. From what you could tell, you could, if you wanted to, you could use this to transmute the acid right here into something more harmless.
Could I use transmutation on this acid using the shard?
You don't know this yet.
Charlotte offers a hand to the shard.
Looks at your hand, and back at the shard, and at your hand. And yeah, she does give it to you.
Charlotte would channel some of his magic into it and touch the acid with the shard.
As you touch the acid with the shard, the acid begins to turn from green to blue and then just becomes harmless water.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Impressive. If like Korax like pulls out like the written message he got from the Platinum Dragon. Can you and think you could you give me that? I think it's part of my new orders.
Orders?
And like I said, I got like I said, I've gotten new commands from the big man upstairs.
And you think this shard is part of it?
Well, it explicitly said it together a bunch of shards, so yes.
Cicada's fragment appears in front of Charlotte.
I didn't do that.
And the blank eyes stare into yours, Charlotte, as the fragment says, "Give it to me." Oh, I don't know what happened there.
No, give it here, Charlotte. I will make it an order to overrule all that one.
I'm gonna roll insight on the fracture.
Be a high roll though.
What are you trying to discern?
Their intent.
Okay, roll it.
They just have a straight poker face.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
afraid. Man, you guys have been rolling really bad today. I think it's just
Yeah.
because of the break.
Thank you.
You guys have had so long a break that your luck has it's the
Atrophied.
break.
We're gonna for that atrophied.
Yeah, it's D&D atrophy. You just need to get back into it.
Eventually, he'll get back into it.
But yes, Atropus continues to stare blankly at you and simply repeats again, "Give me the shard."
You're not.
Belay that. Belay that, Charlotte. Please give it to me.
Charlotte regards the two in question, and they rest their eyes on the fractured for a moment, as they simply said, "What world are you from?"
I am a world.
I see.
Oh yeah, I might have not told you a little bit about this, dear Charlotte. Sorry about that.
Is this what you wanted to come all this way for, Atropus?
I am the creator. I am the destroyer. I am the patron. I am the collector. And that orb will be mine.
This is not.
And you will give it to me. And that shard is a piece of the orb.
What do you know about the Sword of Remain?
He completely ignores you. His eyes are only on Charlotte.
So, more secrets in the end of secrets. More hidden factors that every person here has hid from me. And now the entire world is also a secret to me, apparently. Well, suppose you'll force it from me then.
And Korax slowly puts away his weapons, and just don't give it to him.
It is not mine to give. And Charlotte tosses it back to Cicada. They found it first.
Atropus's eyes turn immediately to Cicada, and he steps closer to her instead. Give me the shard.
She's very quiet. She kind of glances over to Korax and goes, "I'm sorry." And then she gives it to Atropus.
Atropus takes it and, reaching for his version of her staff, places it in the staff in one of the circular slots, the other two filled with the gems you previously recovered, one green and one red. And then he simply bows his head in a nod and says, "Thank you." And then he vanishes.
I believe he said that this was to be the last one.
Yes.
And if Alex's message is anything to go by, there's four more shards left.
5 and 5, 8 total.
No, now the shard was a small piece of one of the orbs.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
No.
I was
It's-
about to say,
It's a small piece of the bigger gem.
yeah, Dismal says it's not over yet, dears.
Now, as for you, Neku, just to clarify some things, I did try to cover most of it, but yeah, you could tell that that wasn't that wasn't normal, shall we say?
Yeah. It's like Cicada is just kind of beside herself at the moment. She feels like she just kind of betrayed Korax.
Also, maybe you guys should tell Charlotte what's going on.
And that thing we and that and that thing that just appeared is basically the Black Sun incarnate. It given a body, and it's big, and it's sort of Shanghai Cicada into working for it.
Well, I do recall it saying that it would leave after it gets the orbs, but that's all I know.
Yeah, I'm just taking it for granted that it getting the orbs is going to be a bad thing.
And Atropus hasn't really given us any evidence to believe otherwise.
No, but he also hasn't exactly done anything to us that is threatening as of yet.
He forcibly takes over Cicada's body and causes the undead to rise in droves and in a very aggressive manner.
Perhaps, but then again, remember, Cicada trusts Birdie. She gives Ryu a close look.
Cicada doesn't have a choice.
Does she now? Have you asked her how she feels about this?
Cicada,
She said so before that she trusts Birdie, so you should at least trust her.
Cicada, when an Atropus takes over your body, are you allowing it voluntarily?
Did make a pact with them. So yes.
There you have it. I know that you guys are not exactly sure about this, neither am I. But as I said, trust Cicada.
What do you guys want to
Awkward
do
silence.
now? Or are you just going to continue to ignore Charlotte in the corner?
I'm going to next room at this point. I'm gonna leave it behind a small beacon and go to the next room.
And I mean, as is Korax, like like Korax told him what was going on, and then
Same with Clara. But if I recall correctly, there was only one entrance and exit.
The thing is, you keep saying you tell them what's going on, but you gotta remember, Neku hasn't seen the games. Just saying, oh, I told them, isn't gonna tell them what's going on.
well,
Okay, so
I did tell them. Although I said that thing that just showed up is the Black Sun given for me. I mean, Cicada's basically been tricked into working for it, and now we're just trying to limit the damage it does.
And if what you just saw with that shard art is any indication, we aren't doing a very good job.
Well, it doesn't seem everyone's in agreement to that.
Jezebel again just sighs, shaking her head while rolling her eyes at, again, them not exactly showing much faith in Cicada again.
Well,
So-
this does. Though, Corax, you do remember that part of the message, right? Combine them and he may rise. What if he's referring to Atropos?
He did promise he would leave the world alone once the contract is fulfilled. It's just his presence creates the undead.
So
Just
you
his
see, a small little side effect. Not exactly something that he wills. Ever thought of that?
You actually believe that?
What I believe in or not doesn't really matter. After all, you remember who my father is. She gives him a look. What matters is that I trust Takeda, and I will take her word for it. And then Jezebel grins over to Hare. So yeah, I mean, hopefully this does not deter you from wanting to leave our little merry band of men and women. But basically, we have a destroyer of worlds that we are basically friends with. She gives Cicada a look, not too sure exactly they would call friends.
And Cicada is the harbinger of destruction. Basically. Warlock stuff.
Any questions, Charlotte?
Charlotte pauses and just then starts moving on, becoming silent.
Jezebel watches them and then glances over to her as she goes, "Is that a good or bad sign?"
No.
So,
She's got a lot. I think she's got a lot to process.
So, you guys try to head on, but you realize that you've already reached the deepest part of this section of the dungeon. It's simply one path with the end being where the old hag was.
So
And-
nowhere else to go?
Except
I'm
back out.
wondering- I'm wondering if we head back out, close
Yeah.
the door, and then open it again. It'll
Yeah,
create a new path.
Clara's thinking you say that, she's like, yes, that.
So you will head outside?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you all head outside, once the last person exits through the door, it slowly begins to close behind you before shutting.
Clara's gonna open the door again.
Give me
Since
a
she's
second.
apparently the designated door opener.
Give me a second. Okay.
She opens the door.
I'm working on it. Be patient.
Okay, I thought you said okay, as in go ahead and open the door. And okay.
No, I'm rolling some things. It's a dungeon with a random chance to get specific rooms.
Ah, okay.
How's moving castle?
Okay. So, once more, the area around you rumbles and the sound of stone grinding against stone echoes out. And then the doors open up and you're able to descend further.
Any,
Hmm.
anyone
Neat
wanna
little contraption.
anyone wanna see what's behind door number 2?
You first, dear.
Clara is already going to the second door.
As is correct.
Alright. This time, as you head through the door and begin to travel down the path, once more there's a couple small off to the side rooms. Though these ones are a little different. You pass by some old blood stains and ritual tables, some glass circular cylinders that appear to be cracked and broken. And then you come to a door that is currently closed. Door has no traps and is unlocked. Do you open it?
So you guys want me to open this door too?
There are no
First.
traps.
Peek first.
Cora carefully opens the door and appears in the room.
Alright. So, you crack the door open, and a voice echoes out as you catch a glimpse of a person sitting on the throne. Oh, no need to be so nervous. Come in.
What is this?
Clara just opens the door the rest of the way.
You see a woman with glowing opalescent eyes sitting atop a throne. To the left and right of her are some shackles that likely went on the legs at one point but have been broken open. And she gives you a smile as she says, "Welcome. I am a warlock of the Great Old One. And that right over there is, let's just say, insurance. Don't come any closer. I would no offense, but you are adventurous.
Understood.
And if you approach past the eye, I am obligated to attack."
Okay.
Yeah, we do appreciate the warning. That's actually very sweet of
Mhm.
you.
Warlock?
Yes,
She points to herself, and then to her, and then to herself.
yes, I can sense our Great One's power echoing through you. You too are a patron, are a warlock of the Great Old One, are you not?
Yes.
Wait, isn't there usually more than one great old ones?
There are, yes. But it doesn't matter what Great Old One you worship. In the end, we all worship the Great Old Ones.
So you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know anything about Atropus specifically.
I never said that now. I once made a pact with an ancient world bent on the destruction of the current one. It asked of me one job, one task, and in return it granted me the power to command an army and gain the kingdom that I so desperately wanted in my life. I became a queen, a goddess, revered and honored. And then the time came for me to begin my duty. So I sat down here, and I have remained here ever since.
Is
Sounds-
this your kingdom?
No, my kingdom has long since crumbled to dust.
Sounds to me like you were tasked with guarding something.
Yes. And she pulls out a second blue shard and shows it to them before putting it back in her pocket.
I think Atropus wants that.
Yes, and he asked me to guard it.
Need me to retrieve it.
She nods. I was not a worthy vessel, but I had my own uses.
May I have that?
I'm afraid I cannot just give it to you.
I don't think it's a matter of whether or not you're a worthy vessel, and more a matter of Atropus wants to combine the shards with the others to create something more powerful in its place.
In the end, I was tasked with guarding this place, alongside the other creatures that made a pact or were lured into this area.
So that hag we just fought,
Was lured here and forced into a deep slumber to await the day that this dungeon opened to their room.
so that means there's 3 other rooms after this one,
Yes,
each one carrying a different shard.
yes. You have questions?
How would I acquire the shard without fighting you?
Well, have you procured a shard yet?
Yeah, she shows it to her. Alright, Atropus has it. I guess I could just summon the fragment.
Yeah, as you summon the fragment, it actually doesn't appear immediately as it normally would, but then it does appear, and you realize that it's not blank or invisible, and clearly Atropus is still in control of it. And his gaze goes up to the warlock that is currently sitting atop the throne. It is good to see you again, my liege. Always one with few words, won't you? As you can see, I have done my duty in death as I did in life. You watch as he slowly steps forward and then stands on the eye in the very center. It has been an honor serving you. Good luck. And with that, Atropus lifts a hand, and the woman on the throne just fades away to dust and ash.
God, she got Thanos.
Oh,
Hopefully she rests in peace.
The giant troll that is in the test tube that had eyes open, they begin to close, and it falls once more into a deep slumber. Then he begins to step forward.
I guess no one stops him.
He
Well,
steps.
after
Go on.
seeing as how he can turn to seeing as how he can turn a person to dust with a mere thought, who'd be willing to try?
He reaches his hand into the ash and pulls out the second shard, placing it right next to the first. They almost seem to snap together and fuse into one larger shard. Then he turns to look at you all and he simply says, "Do you mind the Medusa?" And then he vanishes.
What?
Medusa? What?
So Clara
One
was
of the
gonna say, I was thinking it's more like he just dismissed it and then he's just like, Medusa?
One of the shards is being guarded by a gorgon.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, fantastic.
It's like Cicada is still staring at the ashes of the previous warlock. Uh,
Don't
Well,
worry, Cicada. I'm assuming she's been here for a while, so then he just dismissed her.
yeah.
And then she just ashtified.
Korax just like looks at that, and shrugs, and like sees if she's got anything useful lying around. Wish not.
You see that this, besides the bed that has clearly not been made at all, ever once, maybe, and there's 2 scrolls laying on the table.
It opens one up.
It is a scroll of water breathing.
Opens the other up.
spell.
It is a
Is
scroll.
that a ritual spell?
It is a scroll of Lehman's tiny hut.
Those are both ritual spells.
Oh my god, I can learn those.
Happy birthday, Cicada.
Say, Korax, you didn't happen to find a mirror or amongst those scrolls, did you?
Did I, DM?
A mirror? No, there wasn't a mirror.
No. Why? Oh, right, the organ.
Because I think we're gonna need one.
Clara's like, that's a restoration, does not unstone people.
Like pulls out Harlequin. Is the blade reflective?
It is.
Ryu draws his sword. What about mine?
I mean, if you've been taking good care of it, yeah.
What about Clara's pampered guitar?
Yeah, no.
Charlotte, you wouldn't happen to have anything with a large reflective surface, would you?
No.
Let's go back to the village and ask the people there if they have something we can use.
All the way back to the village. Do you know how long that's gonna take?
Better that we prepare and come back alive than to go right away and end up as statues.
How about we be creative? Jezebel says as she takes out her water skin. I'm again gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. Take my water skin. There's some water in it. Is there like a I'm not sure it's gonna work. I want to see if I can like freeze it to make like a reflective kind of like ice surface, I guess. But I don't know if it's gonna last very long. Probably not.
It's probably not going to be that reflective, sorry.
Yeah. All right. It was an idea anyway.
Clara thinks for a while. She's like, if our fracture gets stoned, do we get stoned too? And she's
I'd
just
rather not-
pondering this.
I'd rather not test it.
You know, something. All right. Well, let's just go. Let's just go.
You all head out?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Kata takes one last glance at the ashes before she leaves, with a very grim expression on her face.
Alright. Oops,
And
that's the wrong one.
Isabel quickly pats her head as she's looking for it. She goes, "Remember, dear, she said it's been that her kingdom is now dust, right? She's been here for a while. Don't think this is going to be your fate."
Okay.
If I've learned anything, since you now know my past, you are in charge of your own fate.
So, do you all head back in?
Yeah,
I,
Charlotte
for
just leads
one,
away.
I for one wants to, but apparently some people want to go back to the village and get a mirror.
I'm heading back in.
You're heading back to the village, Neku?
No, I'm heading inside the dungeon again.
Okay. So, while you all are discussing it, you hear the rumble and see Charlotte has already opened the door.
All right then.
Damn it.
Just shrugs with a smile and follows.
Hey, it wasn't me this time.
Seems Charlotte is now our new door opener.
Annoying. Moving tokens.
All right. Everyone, the second you see snakes, close your eyes.
Alright. So, you all descend the stairs, and this time there are no side passages or smaller paths. It's just one narrow corridor that leads to a room. The room is adorned with two giant tablets, both having the same verse, and a note of music with a closed eye and a swirling mass of tentacles.
Oh.
That doesn't sound like snakes.
Maybe we lucked out.
Clara tries to see if this is sheet music.
It is not, but it does appear to be some sort of song. And in fact, you recognize this song. It's the same one you sung, and you were singing, ever since you were very little.
My god, it's the same one that stopped Atropus.
Oh, it is.
Sleep, my child, lest the dead
That's not how you spell him.
awake.
Okay.
Alright, well fine, I won't sing it then, if you're gonna be like that. There's the poem.
HYMN.
Well, very, very nice. I'm happy to trigger your OCD. Congratulations. Anyway, there's the hymn there.
Clara comes to the immediate current conclusion and just starts singing the song.
Ah, so this is why Atropus was able to be calmed down during the last Black Sun.
Really?
Oh yes, dear. We managed to basically have you stay put, or Atropus in your body stay put, because Cora was singing this song.
Of course, you didn't know the lyrics to it.
Nope.
Laura, but you did know the tune. And even now, as you just look at the lyrics, you can hear the tune in your head.
She's going to sing it proper instead of just humming the tune. She's going to memorize the words too.
Alright. What are the rest of you doing? Actually,
Might as well.
I need you all to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saves. Oh, gee.
Oh no.
Does Clara need to make one too?
No, Gloria does not need to make one.
These have never been good for me. Yep.
It's okay. I got +5 modifier and I rolled an 11.
That's rough.
I still rolled less than you.
No, technically I rolled a 6.
Wedwood?
Yeah. Oh, right. Wisdom save. 18.
Alright, so Cicada, Ryu, and Corax, you just hear some very lovely music. Charlotte and Jezebel, you actually feel yourself being lulled to sleep. Almost as it you're not falling asleep so much as you just feel the desire to just lay down and relax and enjoy the moment.
Well, Jezebel's usual grin starts to kind of go down a little bit, and she actually does look like as if she's kind of dozing off. She's like swaying a little bit. She goes, and she starts to rub her eyes a little.
Already? She does kind of shake her awake.
What was that?
You're tired?
It's all of a sudden, yes.
Flora? Stop singing.
She stops singing after, like she finishes this. I imagine she only sung through it once, just to
Alright.
see what would happen.
Even after Laura has stopped singing, you still feel very like relaxed and calm.
Jezebel gives a bit of like a lazy stretch, and she starts to like lean on Cicada. She goes, you're comfy.
I'm not that strong.
I know.
But
Something about that song. Somehow that song puts people to sleep. How?
Clara's going to continue investigating this. Not that she's good at investigation. She's like, how did my parents know this song?
I'm more curious to know how you knew it when you were just born.
My adoptive parents think it was because they sung it to me. My birth parents sung it to me.
That's a possibility. But how does it connect to Atropus?
That's roughly what I was asking. How did my parents know this?
Could they have also been in part of the cult of the old great ones?
Don't know.
Perhaps it's suffice to say that this place actually is in relation to the Great Old Ones. So it might be likely that your parents probably were cultists.
So many connections. No.
Clara is like just pondering this at the moment.
Try not to think too much on it until we get a sure answer, Clara.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
For now, let's worry about getting the shard.
But I don't see. I was expecting this to react to me singing, but it didn't.
Maybe there's a trick to it.
Jezebel and Charlotte, you're starting to feel a little more awake now. The effects are wearing off.
Is the song the only thing written on the wall? Is there anything else?
There is nothing else written beyond the note, the shut eye, and the massive tendrils.
I'm gonna touch the wall. Question.
You touch the wall, right where the tendrils are, and you find that it's actually soft. And you're able to push into the tendrils. Only suddenly they stiffen and then they push you back out.
Ugh.
Huh.
I've got it! Chlora, start singing that song again.
She resumes singing.
Now try.
I'm gonna try to push through.
You push through, and you find that this time, while the song is being sung, the tendrils just quietly let you pass, and you briefly vanish into them before finding, nestled in them, one of the pieces of the shard, which you bring out with you as they once more close up and appear as if they're just part of the wall.
At 3 down.
Laura thinks very much. She's like, wait a minute. Does that mean I could use this on the Gorgon?
That was
Also,
just what I...
Clara,
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to know you've lost 2 level 1 spell slots.
Ah.
So singing it properly takes a spell slot then.
Yes. And I will add this
Okay.
spell to your spell list soon.
Oh
Okay.
man.
I
Jeez.
assume it does not count against my spell count.
Nope. You always have it prepared.
Okay.
Jezebel watches Charlotte come out, and then she looks her over. She goes, "Not covered in goop or anything, are you, dear?"
Charlotte looks over to Jezebel and just simply shrugs. This will be nothing compared to what I gotta do now.
Oh.
Charlotte hands over the shard to Cicada. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You take the shard and you clip it easily with the others on your staff. Once more, it becomes a seamless single piece. Do you all head out of the room and back out to the entrance?
Sure.
Yep.
Alright.
Hey, Jezebel kind of sighs as she stretches. She goes, "Well, I feel pretty well rested. At least a little bit. That song sure is quite potent."
For
Apparently.
better or worse.
Alright.
Alright then, so we have 2 more rooms to look at.
One of which has a Medusa.
Although, if Flora's right, we could use that song to put it to sleep. We could just sneak the shard right out from under its nose.
And
But
not cause a fight. Smart.
but what if it doesn't work?
Then we fight it and kill it.
What Charlotte said.
Clara, how many more times do you think you can? And how many more times do you think you can sing that song?
She thinks for a moment. Does she in character recognize it as a spell?
She probably would recognize that when she sings it, it does start to charge magic like a spell.
Does that mean that she can upcast it?
Yes.
Oh dear. Let's see. Singing it seems to take a spell slot, and I have 2 level 1, 2, and 3 slots left.
So you
so-
can cast it at least 4 more times.
I can cast it at least 6 more times.
Ah, then that's plenty. Well, are we trying it now, or are we heading back to the village to get a mirror, just in case?
I, for one, say we're already here. So I'd say let's just go ahead and give it a shot.
Clara opens the door.
Alright. You open the door, and once more, you head down a long, narrow corridor without many side rooms. Just a simple, long passage. Slowly but surely, you walk through, and it opens up into a large area carved with many dragons all over the ground and the floor, with 2 large dragon statues standing to the left, laying to the left and right of a statue with a person riding a horse on it. The statue of the horse and person has writing underneath it.
Read it.
Reading!
Dragons?
Alright,
Jezebel gives a smile, saying the dragons.
Atop it appears to be an epitaph of some sort. Once there lived a paladin most wise, journeying the land with a gallant stride. Here lays his tomb, his task long done, but let his deeds not shadow your own. Platinum is greater than silver or stone. For the deeds of the worthy will echo the call. All over the region hide my treasures of old. 8 schools of magic I did decree. 8 stones of power remain for me. Abjuration, illusion, enchantment, divination, evocation, transmutation, necromancy, conjuration. Holding all is most unwise, explosions are the more likely surprise. On the day the magic will return to the world. One day the magic will return to the world. Until then, they remain, powering all mortals.
Interesting.
Korax, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right?
And yes.
An order from the Platinum Dragon, a room full of dragons. ends all with an epitaph. That sounds eerily similar to Alex's message. This can't be a coincidence.
Well, and I'm looking for a name on the epitaph.
All right. The name in question is. Actually, let me add it to the message as well, just so it's there.
Hmm.
Okay. Theodore Rimbane.
Oh, there it
Oh.
is.
So the sword's here.
It would
Clara
seem
looks up
so.
at the statue.
Sword?
She's looking at the sword, trying to determine if it's like an actual sword or just a carving.
It appears to be a carving.
Okay.
Meryl.
I really don't. Well, I would assume that the sword was buried with him.
It stands to reason.
Meryl investigation.
You may.
No.
Okay.
Ah, that's rough.
Uh,
I'm gonna see if there's any. I'm gonna just examine it to see if there's any way to open the tomb without damaging it.
That'll be in another investigation.
Yeah, like I don't want to have to break open the tomb if I don't have to.
Hey, Cicada, can you
Yeah?
tell if there's any magic sources in the room?
I guess I can cast Detect Magic.
You see that the horse's eye is glowing blue.
Ha!
As for you,
She
Corax, you find that there is a small carving of a platinum dragon on the side that you get the impression it's like Cicada can tell that there is magic in here as well, and it looks as if the dragon was carved to allow you to push your hand into it. Like it's a dragon sized indent, if that makes sense.
All right. Slides hand in.
You feel a slight pinch as your finger is pricked. And then the statue on top slides backwards and then topples over. The statue shatters, allowing you to gain access to both the tomb and the eye. Also, there's 200 GP in the statue, in the underneath the where the statue is.
Damn it, we were trying to avoid that.
Kata is going to.
By the way, someone who knows many, can you please fix this hole in my glove?
Sure.
Oh,
Thank you.
did you tear it, dear? What happened?
It pricked my finger.
Pricked your finger.
Yep.
Why would it do that?
Maybe he wanted to verify who he was?
Well, well, like, well,
So, you look into the crypt.
yep. Just
So, You pull yourself up. It's a very tall little crypt. Like, you have to actually pull yourself up. It's like 10 feet. Yeah, you can pull yourself up, but it is a bit of an effort. And as you look over it and look into it, you find the 50 gold that I mentioned.
You
And
said 200.
200, sorry. And you see that the grave is empty. And you can see scratch marks around the rim.
Oh, great.
What?
It wasn't just in that one graveyard.
Wait, you don't mean... The body? Gone? From
Yep.
here? How?
There was a gigantic statue on top of it. Clara says as she continues to make her futile attempts to mend the statue.
Jezebel slightly narrows her eyes hearing this information, and then she glances around. So the question is, where are all the bodies that we're looking for? Where are they? Are they here, or did they go somewhere else?
Korax, can you find the sword?
Is there anything in it?
There is nothing but the 200 gold.
And no sword. Left his wallet behind, though, apparently.
Damn it.
I'm gonna take the eye.
I'm gonna take the money.
You all get 33 gold each.
So either whoever took the body also took the sword, or the sword was never here to begin with.
Clara says, can I have like the extra 1 or 2 gold because I have payments to make for things and such?
Tosses it to her.
Thank you.
What would you all like to do now?
Taking the eye. I imagine it's another shard.
That's times 6, not plus.
I needed to figure out what the remainder was.
Two.
So, you take the shard and you slot it in, leaving just one small sliver left over.
One more to go.
8.
You head on out, leaving behind the tomb. And leaving only one room left.
Boop, we know where this last one's probably going to lead.
Yeah.
Jezebel gives a bit of a smirk. She goes, well, let's see if this little lullaby actually works on the Gorgon, and hopefully maybe we can find some whereabouts about where the bodies are at. Oh, and of course the last shard for Cicada. She adds in with another sheepish grin.
So you all are ready to go into the last room?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
More or less.
Alright. Let me move you over.
I just hope nobody puts the singer to sleep while she's singing. That'd be bad.
After wandering down the stairs a little bit, you find yourself in a corridor with a room to your right and a chest at the end.
Everyone, eyes closed. Flora, if you hear hissing, start singing.
Okay.
Okay, guys, real quickly before we keep going, I gotta go. I have to work in the morning, and we're kind of over the time.
We are? It's no.
Yeah, we are overtime.
Are we? Oh yeah, we are
It's
too.
12.
In that
Yeah.
case, we'll pause right here. I'm sorry, I thought we still had an hour to go.
No.
I was like, oh, we still got an hour to go. I guess we can do this room. Yeah, we'll pause right here then.
Yeah.
Figure.
we went over. I think we went over time. When we were in the song room.
Yeah,
just
sorry.
a little bit. That's why I wanted to go through this, but yeah, I'm sorry. I have
You're
to say.
let me speak. Completely fine. I'm sorry for going over time. Haven't done this in a bit, so I completely forgot
I know.
that 2 was when we finish. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine because I want to keep going and do because I miss everybody, but I have to go.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up. So, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll go fight the Medusa next time. Bye bye.
Wait, is
Alright.
Medusa? Are you sure?
Great cliffhanger we're ending.